Hey, how Bob's, what's up to all the connects out there? I just wanted to get on here and talk about um, pretty much that you can send out high vibrations. You can send out your intentions into the grids, and that you actually have the ability to influence the grid systems that are in this reality. So, pretty much like you have to realize that your intentions can actually affect the grids. And what are the grids? The grids are just like energies and different avenues of information that are flowing in the world, because you see there's like the the perceptional part of the reality, and then there's the projectional part of the reality, where it's like an actual projection or an actual thing that you're able to interact with. But then there's the experience aspect of it as well, so like the inputs and the outputs. And because of those inputs and outputs, there's different layers of and types of information that you can receive, and different types of energy that you can be interacting with. So when you can see that, and you see how you are connected to that, you're going to be able to see and tap into the grids more often, and you're going to be able to do it just in general, because everybody has the ability to do this, and people, they just don't pay attention to the reality that you can do this type of stuff. Why? Because they've been distracted, they have fears, and they have all these different things that are holding them back from turning up. So when you really turn up, and what I mean by turning up is like getting in tune with like your heart, and getting in tune with your spirit family, getting in tune with your awareness, and just making the right decisions and stuff like that, you're gonna see how um, that connection that you have with the grids, that connection that you have with the information, and the connection that you have with yourself and your spirit family and the other people who have the ability to tap into these grids as well, you're gonna see, and you're gonna basically see that you're able to do this. But then you're also gonna be able to do it in the right way. You're gonna start making better choices with your energy, and making sure that you're using your intentions for the right purposes. But you're also connecting with the people that you are able to connect with through these grids, and make the decisions together to actually turn up the grid system to work for us. Because you see, it's like this world is here for all of the living things that are inside of this world. It's not like this world is just here for like itself. Like in a sense it is, like, but in another sense it's not, because you see the physical reality wouldn't really matter without there being a living being that's actually experiencing the world, the physical world. And the same thing with a mind. It's like, what's the purpose of a mind without the one who's experiencing it, right? So the same thing, like even if you've ever like heard about like the artificial side of things, if you ever paid attention to how there's the real things and then there's the fake things. It's like, if you look at how there's the fake world, where there, instead of there being nature in the regular physical world, there's the man-made world, the man-made part of the physical world. Then there's the man-made mind, the man-made and like thought processes and patterns and all this type of stuff, man-made imagination and all that type of stuff. And then you can even go further with the technology and the man-made, well, on the physical part, where they're trying to mimic the mind on the physical and stuff like that, right? But I don't want to get too much into that. I wanted to actually talk about how you can tap into the grids, and how there's different levels and different systems on these grids when you start to pay attention more. And then, therefore, you're going to see how the more you pay attention, the more you're going to have awareness of your intentions and the effects of your intentions on the grids. So, when you do this more consistently, when you raise up your attention span, you're gonna see how they have like well, you're gonna see how the grids work already now. You're gonna see how people's intentions and the things that are going on in the grids in the present moment are working, and then from there you're gonna be able to tap in more. And like I said, I talked about a bunch of stuff, but anyway, back to what I was saying about the original part of my bad. I'm just like shaking the phone around, but just transitioning it from my right hand to my left hand. But yeah, basically, you have the ability to tap into these grids, but you have to be aware of yourself and see how your connection with the grids is actually important. Then you're gonna see like the layers and stuff like I was just talking about. But just recognizing in general that your intentions that you set out into the grids is actually possible. You can actually set your intentions to influence the grid system, but you can do this on many different levels. Like, for example, physically,